This video shout out goes to myself, 𝑃𝐸, for commenting, "Hey yo, slept wrong and now my neck hurts" check on my last post. Hey guys, welcome back to PerkyTomato, and today I'm hopping on the very popular trend right now of fidget toys. So I'm going to be showing y'all how to make these 10 awesome fidget toys that I personally think are really fun and satisfying to play with. I've been obsessed with fidget toys for a while now, but haven't gotten around to making a video. But now, here we are, so let's go. Okay, so let's start on the marble mesh. You obviously want a marble, some mesh. I'm just using this tool, scissors, and a sewing machine. And if you don't have a sewing machine, you can always use hot glue. First, I cut a piece of my tool that is about 4 inches tall, and it doesn't really matter how wide it is, but you don't want it like this wide, but you know. Okay, so I'm folding my mesh in half, and I'm now going to sew just a line straight up like this. Let me see how the marble fits, and we can always make it wider. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it, I'm just gonna make it a little bit narrower, so I'm just gonna do that. Let's try this now. That is actually perfect. Now I'm going to sew along just one side. So now what you want to do is you're going to flip this inside out. Once you flipped it inside out, you can slip in the marble and then sew the other end closed. Okay, so I sewed the other side, and I know this kind of looks wonky, but this is really fun to play with. 9 out of 10. Also, I made another marble mesh, but it's in a bag, and I really like this one because it makes a bit of crunchy sound when you move it. It's just a plastic bag with clear tape, so now I'm going to be attempting to make a poppet. So the main ingredient, or like main thing you need, are these cups. Like, you can get them at Chick-fil-A. I think this is from McDonald's. I know Chipotle has lids like this, like where you pop it, basically. You also want some nail polish to color your poppet, some cardboard, a hot glue gun with hot glue in it, scissors. Some other things I used was paint, paperboard, X-Acto knife, and cardstock. So here I tried painting the little bubbles with nail polish, and basically it did not work, so just don't paint your bubbles, leave them as is, and your life will be so much easier. But now I'm going to cut out the bubbles. Not, like, you want to leave enough room around them. So kinda, I'll just cut it out and show you. So there's that. So I exchanged my cardboard for some paperboard. Like, paperboard is just some stuff you can get from cereal boxes. This is just like some paperboard that I got from a shoebox lid, and I traced a little circle in the middle here. And I'm going to use a chapstick to draw like 9 equal circles all around, since I have 9 little bubbles on my lids. I kind of marked the ones that are gonna be with this McDonald's lid with like a little line, and then the ones that are gonna be with this Chick-fil-A lid with some circles, so I know to cut it just a little bit smaller since these bubbles are tiny, a bit smaller than the McDonald's like bubbles. So now I'm going to cut out the little circles, so wish me luck. I'm gonna be using an X-Acto knife, but you could use scissors. Oops, that's my phone, but make sure to be careful when doing this. Now I'm just going to cut out each individual circle, making sure to leave enough room on the edges. So what I'm doing, we're just going to take this, cut it in about like right there, and now I'm just going to hot glue it to the back of here to like right there. Glue around the back of the opening like that, and then put this through the hole like so and press down. There we go. I think that worked. Make sure it looks good from the front. It looks good. Okay, cool. And then we're just gonna do it with the rest of the little bubbles. Of course, I have all the bubbles in, and I kind of made a mistake. I probably should not have put them all in until I made the back piece for this by like tracing this onto another piece of like, I'm gonna be using cardstock, but so now I don't know what to do. I actually discovered a way how to do this, so I'm gonna be putting this behind here, and if I put it up to a light, you can actually see like the silhouette. Okay, so there it is. This is my studio light. You can kind of see it behind there, like, yeah. Okay, so now I have my piece right here, and I'm just going to hot glue this on to the back like so. So I cut some strips of paperboard to glue around the edges. So the reason I added that border is so that we can pop it on a surface, because if there's no like thing around it, it won't pop. So anyway. Okay guys, so the poppet is officially finished. This is what it looks like. It's very, very nice, and I'm going to show you and demonstrate how it works. So you can just pop it like so, and then the other side. Boop, 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 boop. It's very fun. I've been playing with this for a while. 9 out of 10. Now we're gonna make the straw tangle. So first, you obviously want some straws. I have these colored smoothie straws, but just regular drinking straws would work too. You also want some rubber bands. I have 3 here, and scissors. First, cut all your straws into pretty even pieces. I'm just gonna make mine about that. Okay, so I have cut all my straws. Let them be released. Now I'm going to cut all my rubber bands just once, just like this. Boop, boop. Oh man, it works so hot. And boop. And then I'm gonna tie all these 3 together. Okay, so I have that, and now I'm going to put all of my beads, or not beads, sorry, straw pieces on. So okay, so I have as many straws as I could fit on here, and now I'm going to just tie a knot. Oops. And now I'm just going to tie a knot, and yeah. Okay, so now I have a little knot, and I'm just gonna hide the knot in like the straw. So okay, there we go, and there is our little tangle. Let's test it out. Wow, you can move it in a lot of different positions actually. Wow, it makes some really satisfying sounds too. 10 out of 10. Now we're gonna make a bike chain fidget. You want 2 keychain rings. These are actually like binder rings. I don't know, they're kind of odd, but you basically just want 2 rings. A straw, computer paper, scissors, markers, and a glue stick. Take your 2 keychain rings. In my case, these are like I don't know what they're called, but you just want to put them together like so. Then you want to cut 6 pieces of your straw that are all about the same length. Then cut slits in just 4 of your straw pieces. Now take your rings in one of your straw pieces, and you're gonna put one of them, so we have this little slit, right? So we can just pop it on to the ring. So we're just gonna put it on to this side, one on this side. Now that we have those, now we're going to put straws on these sides as well. So take your straw and just put it right here, and then one on the other side, right here. Real one here. Then take your other 2 pieces of straw and just put them in between. So you're gonna put one here and one here. There we go. This one's actually a little too tall, but it'll be fine. There we go. And then you're gonna slap some tape on here just to hold it in place for now. So now I have that, but it's not finished and it's not ready to be played with yet. Okay, so I like colored this. Okay, are you ready to see the grand reveal? Here is the final bike chain. This is literally so fun. I can't even. Now let's make these really fun globbles. All you need are some balloons. I'm going to be using these mini ones that I had. They're from Party City, I think. A soap, water, and a paper towel. Okay, so here are all my little balloons. I have blown them up like so, and now what we're gonna do is fill up our sink with warm water. So I'm just gonna fill up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some soap. I think just dish soap will work too, but I'm just using hand soap. Okay, and then we're going to put in our balloons and get them wet with the soapy water. I'm gonna put some more soap on top of them. Okay, so my balloons have been setting in here for like 40 minutes. I kind of forgot about them, so yeah, but I'm just gonna kind of get them wet again. Okay. I'm going to use a paper towel to dry them off and dry it. Good, like so. Okay, let me see if these actually stick together. They do stick. Whoa, you kind of have to like merge them together though. How did the soap do that? But look at that, that is pretty sick. They don't stick super duper well though, so I would rate these like a 6 out of 10 though. So moving on to a very, very, very simple fidget. All you need is a hot glue gun, a big straw, a notebook that has a spiral thing that you can take out, scissors, and foam board. So I already cut off like the ends of the wire so I can just easily like spin it out of the notebook. Okay, so that spring was a little too hard, so I got this really easy one. I got this from like an old notebook that I got from like Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm cutting my straw about as tall as I want it to be right now. So I'm taking my straw and I cut 2 circles out of my foam board, or you could use cardboard, it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. There we go. Hot glue on the foam board, glue on your straw, and wait for this to completely dry. You're going to take this spring and you're going to put it over the straw just like so, and then you're going to kind of just hold it down and glue on the other end like that. Okay, so here is the finished fidget. This is pretty neat. You kind of just like take the spring and you kind of just do this, and it's actually pretty fun. 7 out of 10. Starting on the super easy bead roller, we are going to be needing foam board, wire, beads, hot glue gun, and an X-Acto knife. Cut your foam board into the size rectangle that you want, and then I drew these 3 rectangles on my foam board that I'm going to cut out with my X-Acto knife. Okay, so I have that, and I also cut a piece of wire that is a little bit longer than the rectangle I cut out, like in here, but not longer than the actual foam board piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stab it into the side of my foam board, since it's foam, you know, and then we're going to put beads on it, and yeah. And I kind of just push the wire in, and if it's too sharp you can use like your scissors or something to kind of help push it in. And there's our wire. Okay, so I have this. I decided to do for the third one, I made the box a little bit bigger, and I made like the wire bendy so that you can just kind of like move the bead, like it's kind of satisfying like that. And I also put hot glue on the end so that the wire doesn't like slide out. Now I'm going to use some computer paper just like around each little like middle part so that it's nice and smooth, and I'm going to glue that, and yeah. Okay, and then here is the finished little bead roller. This is like really, really fun to play with. 8 out of 10. Now let's make a quiet clicker. So if this is not acceptable, here's a quiet solution. Okay, so you want 2 straws. You want a bigger straw that is about 3 inches, and then a straw that can go inside of it that is just a little bit shorter than it. Then cut 2 slits at the top of your straw. There we go. And do the exact same thing to the smaller straw. You can't even see, but yeah, just cut 2 opposite slits like so. Once you have your slits cut, go ahead and take a clear elastic, or you can use like a rainbow loom band or something like that, and take your narrower straw and you're going to put the elastic in between the little slits you cut. Then hold your rubber band and pull it up like this, and you're going to stick it in the bigger straw. So this is where the slits are in the bigger straw, and just put it in and loop the rubber band that's on the smaller straw around the 2 notches of the bigger straw. Hold it in place while you kind of tighten it. There you go. I hot glued on this little pearl bead on the top, and yeah, so this is what it looks like. It fits perfectly, and it's just like a pin, but like it's really fun, and it's pops back up like so. I would rate this like 8 out of 10. Okay, so now we're going to be making this really cool, simple dimple. So if you don't know what it is, it's kind of basically this, and it does this. So yeah, and all you need to make this is some craft foam, something round. I'm going to be using this nesting doll that I have, or you can use like an old bouncy ball, an Easter egg, really anything like that, like an EOS lip balm or something. Scissors, a straight iron. If you don't have one, you can use an iron on the lowest setting, a hot glue gun, and paperboard or cardboard. Okay, so turn your straightener on. I just have mine like right there. Then take your round thing, and you want to cut 2 pieces of your craft foam that are a little bit bigger than this. So now take your iron, and you kind of want to just start going over your foam. I'm just kind of like pinching it like so. Be careful when you're doing this. Like kind of clamp it, like that might work better. Like just kind of pinch it. Loop it over around. Okay, so here are my 2 foam pieces. Once they've cooled, they're gonna be kind of weird looking, but this is essentially the pop it thing. So yes, 2 identical pieces that look like this that have 2 little holes so that we can fit our little foam pieces through. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my foam pieces and I'm just going to cut around the edge just like so. Just kind of like in a circle. Put it behind here and see if it fits. Put a little ring of hot glue. You don't want it to be too thick, but you want it to be right near the edge. Take your foam and you're going to just put it in like that. And just press it down a little bit. And then repeat with your other foam. And once you have that, you're just going to glue on the back. So here's how that turned out. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue around the edge and then I'm going to paint this whole thing. Okay, so here's the finished simple dimple all painted and everything. I love this so much. It literally is just as good as the real thing. I would definitely rate this a 10 out of 10. Now, last but not least of our fidgets, we are going to be making this super easy, super fun, and satisfying stress ball. So, you need 2 balloons, a bottle of some sort. You can use an old water bottle. I'm using this glue bottle, some flour, a funnel, or you can make your own funnel out of like paper or like anything like that. First, take your bottle and your funnel, and you're going to start putting flour into the bottle. Okay, so now that you have your bottle full of flour, we're just gonna set this to the side. Pick a balloon to blow up. Okay, so I have it blown up, and I'm just going to twist to the end, just like so, just a few times. And we are going to put the little lip thing over our bottle carefully. Okay, I have it attached. Just untwist the balloon on here, and we're going to tip this upside down so that all the flour goes into the balloons. Ready? Boom, boom, boom. And all the flour will just easily go in. It's going to carefully remove the bottle. Slowly let the air out. If you do it too fast, flour will come spewing out. We're going to tie a knot at the top and making sure there's no air trapped inside. It's so much fun to squish. I can't even. 10 out of 10. Alright guys, that's basically it. I really hope you enjoyed this video and let me know which fidget toy is your favorite. I genuinely want to know. The globbles aren't here because, long story short, they got thrown away. And also, if you found the hidden message, make sure you comment it down below for a shout out possibly. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below because I love talking to you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Enjoy the video? Watch more here. Subscribe and like the video, and most of all, share this channel. I'm eating chips, by the way.